This is so exciting. Man, I'm so excited. Enchantment table, here we come. We need our
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, Cleveland, Ohio, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed, and that means we are set for football at Huntington Bank Field. Today, we've got a good one on tap in the AFC North, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Or not. I think I should. I'm going to make a new diamond pickaxe so we can enchant it, for sure. That's one thing I want to enchant. I also want to enchant a bow. Okay, I need another string. Yes, I knew I had another string. Okay, bows are my favorite item, because you can use them.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go.
I guess that's the end of the sentence. Can't believe it's about to happen, y'all. Oh, I need lapis lazuli, and I have it.
So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by the former Colorado Buffalo.
Arthropods, bruh.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves.
Fortune 2? Doesn't it go up to 3?
To start a game. But there's a reason they brought
Unbreaking. I feel like I should get Fortune 2 at least, right? Should I have any extra books? I think so. What's the best one here? It's definitely not that one.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I think the Fortune is probably the best. I know I want 3, but maybe Unbreaking 3. I'm just gonna risk it on the bow.
Unbreaking
3 and efficiency.
And that'll bring up what looks to be a 30 inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Bane, get out of here with that. Should I make another thing? Can I make another bow? Try to enchant the crossbow, but this time in pickaxe, can you combine them?
No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy.
Efficiency.
Find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run.
I just have so many levels, I just want to do it.
On play action, here's Shadur.
Okay, 5 levels. Let's do this.
And he slips it
the arthropods. Guys, I'm going to make one more sword. I know I'm being a little reckless right now, but I've just been looking forward to this.
Quarterbacks protected themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Alex Highsmith simply would not be stopped on that play.
Well, as a wide out, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. To throw is Sanders. Into the hands of Cedric Tillman. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage. credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the first down. Now these guys might hesitate to count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way.
They'll swing this out to Judkins. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Now Sanders. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Derek Harmon breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing, Sanders. Under pressure, they got him again. Derek Harmon. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. 13th play now on the opening drive. Will this be the lucky one? It's 3rd and goal. This is intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. Down to the 10. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off. And it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. They'll be led out by their highly decorated. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Warren. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Oh, it shifts past him. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You always think about picking up the first down, but in this case, they were thinking about something bigger. They were thinking about the home run shot and took it downfield. Unable to connect, but I admire the effort.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice and meetings talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts them down in the minds of their opponents.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Rodgers now to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
They'll start on the ground with Jenkins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 40 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. Setting up a screen for Jenkins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
On the zone read, this is Judkins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now the former volunteer. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Sanders to throw. Touchdown, Browns! Cedric Tillman from 8 yards out. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That time a 6-play drive, and it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Juke. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now Rodgers. Pass complete to DK Metcalf. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy that has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
But this offense can get their tight ends involved. They can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Rodgers. Here's Freiermuth again. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Rodgers. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st and goal, Pittsburgh.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Warren is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Rodgers. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin from 4 yards out. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point now by Boswell. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And in the end, a Calvin Austin touchdown grab finished the drive off. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. To throw now, here's Sanders. He gets this into the hands of Judkins. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the 31-yard line.
The highest metric. The city just made it sweet. You could diabetic. They mouth you full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walking New Orleans with the etiquette of LA yelling.
2nd and a couple. From the gun, it's Shedeur. This one is complete to Jenkins. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
If you guys remember
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the sixth time he's been sacked in this ball game.
That money by an ABC, well, he's back, and he's up to his old trick. So back in 2021, Brazo was a semi-popular Minecraft.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
So in 4 days, they have 16 exits. Their normal empty days. Now, Brazo's excuse for this is that he's trying to, raise awareness.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams try to find the right formula to come out with the victory. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
If you actually looked at the amount of
plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows?
All
Looks
over
like they're ready to go.
every single thing.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Big guy Brazo. Would you be surprised to hear that he didn't actually do this and he just lied? This was even something that he posted in the streets. My mom heard me say, so technically got canceled for having cancer. Started immediately screaming, "We're eating good next month. Let's go." So if that wasn't encapsulating this guy's mindset, I don't know what does. So after the backup, he ended up making a deal that he donated $3,000. That is a free side.
Exactly what they were looking for.
Good on him donating.
Get a sack, get off the field, get the
However,
momentum going in there.
ended up going through the video and donating this charity, and it turns out it was fake. He was like, expect hell.
I basically pulled a speed mode. Just like him lighting fireworks in his room without thinking with the brain, I decided to make the video literally like now without thinking with the brain. And as you can see, an exposed
a 40-yard punt, no return. And the Browns will take over first and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now Charles, can the offense get in gear?
And then he's channel
Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
So after all of this, you're probably thinking, why would this guy ever come back to pizza? Well, he ended up making a new channel under the alias of Chronix. And basically all he does is lie about Dream. He clickbaits Dream and makes people think that Dream is faking his
on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Now 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
So, the premise
From the
of
gun on 3rd down, Sanders.
the manhunt was scripted.
They'll get this complete to Tillman. And he is going to have the Browns first down.
And then he makes the video. Now, a lot of people ended up figuring out that this was actually Brazo, and when they did, let's just say that they weren't very happy. Talking about these videos being scripted is like a new form of content premise. This bro is milking this series. This is the commentary YouTuber who built Technoblade's Death Factor. You can't hide, bro. We all know what you did. And if you check out they're basically the same thing. He's just lying, clickbaiting, and spreading misinformation. And it seems to actually be working out for him. Some of these videos have hundreds of thousands, even millions of views. You know, I feel like this guy could have honestly had a fresh start. He could have come back and made genuine but instead, really nice job swarming to the ball carrier. Lying, from the gun, it's Sanders. And it's pretty clear that over the years,
and let this go for the end zone.
Whatsoever. Anyway, if you
backs it away, it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. He was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Here it is. On 1st down here, and that's all close. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 24 on his first punt. This is a good kick as well. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air. It'll be interesting to see what the patience is on both sides. Each head coach. Can you hang in there and not try to force something that can put your team in some jeopardy? From you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
But I know you guys see that pilot. That's not what the time is to say to it. You look at the you know, jumping through dangers like the guy, they got Mulan, they got this guy, which is my first thought, right?
And the offense is saying to itself right now, but it's easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Catches made by Metcalf. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. What do you tell Chick-fil-A as he backed up the grab and uncovered quickly? Nice quick play to move the chains. Defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Pretty good offense. All you gotta do is just try to do
a lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers.
Now this is the part of the video where
he's caught inside the 5. The Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled quickly down at the 2-yard line.
It doesn't work out videos chicken, right? All of a sudden, and then let's take on Twitter a message request. Interesting. Here's what the message said. Hey, I work with Mr. Beast and many other creators. I'm such a fan of your series.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
This ought to be the easiest scam on it in my life. I'll be honest. I called this guy for about an hour, used my telekinesis extensions. Long story short, this guy is legit. He's credible. But that wasn't enough for him. So not only did he want me to make a deal,
and we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
YouTubers that were on the favorite YouTubers going to you know what I'm saying? You do cool social events and stuff. I don't get the opposite information, but
and they're getting down just shy of the goal line at the run. Into a high run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Good work there, hold them out on first down, and this is going to be rebounded down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll motion out for the tight ends. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown. Steelers. Calvin Austin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me to that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at 100% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second, there is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing a kicker. Defense.
Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
Deep breaths.
And they let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cleveland offense making their way out. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. A short pass in the hands of Njoku. So the completion results in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. It's a good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
I wasn't aware of. I mean, I wouldn't have to Uber everywhere. I wouldn't have to beg the artists to let me use their car.
That's caught inside by Jew.
After watching my family,
First down. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Got the free call. Bingo, here it is. The green call.
From the midfield stripe, they look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
It's crazy, but it's a 50 yards. Y'all know what they did,
to the 43-yard line.
It's crazy, man.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now they're going back after the INT. And Earth is forward for about 3 at 2nd.
Randy, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense.
Like I got
trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did it in a big way there.
Nah, this
offense on 3rd down today. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Yeah, it's just like
Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take it away.
Yeah, no, I'm up now.
The Steelers send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Not just getting back, I think it's anywhere. And I could
and that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Actually, a 4-7 corner in Miami. I just bought some new wheels for the company I bought the wheels from has a blue screen and asked me if they want to take this plane sport. So today we're at the meet, so go check it out. And this is actually my first time ever seeing my Ford with the new wheels.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Sanders.
I'm outside. 15. Outside.
Going up top.
15.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
That's the company I bought my wheels from. And they were like, yo,
to throw is Sanders. He's got a man. That's Bond. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did. Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
What the silly people commenting to do, like, all the black ones were better than black ones.
Here's 2nd down.
You ever see the shit in Richmond, the throwing? I don't even know.
Throwing, Sanders. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Well, they've certainly had trouble blocking this defense through 3.5 quarters. So I expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
You see, before I talk to Dr. Donut, I'm going to grab a few of my friends and tell them that if they don't knock any of these jokes, I'll give them $10 million. Dr. Donut will have no idea that he's
as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
AI to see which one of us can make the better YouTube. AI video has gotten so good over the years, it's insanely hard to tell what's real.
You got the big lead defensively.
I get so many comments where people think my videos are
and this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So here's the rule. My friend Alan and I are going to make a video using just CFX, and then we'll make the same video using AI to see which one is best. The stakes are high. My job as a YouTuber is famous. We all know. First, we're going to test the AI with a 20 prompt and see what works.
As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Well, that's insanely good. I think we're a little far on the banana theme there, but I mean, that would have taken me like 2 weeks to wild. Okay, we should try another one. What about a
here now, 3rd down. Out of the gun here, Sanders.
Hey, plug it back in.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Sanders to throw. And that went to the right side and incomplete. Well, a
momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone is in a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. They'll look to throw again. To the sideline and incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll go. Here's Sanders.
Hey, did you video? Wait.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So this would end the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gordon saying so long, everybody.
Coming right up. You're kind of cute, but you're not trying to kill somebody. Get to the high ground. You suck. Alan, how we doing? Alan? Taking so long. Hang on. Alan, where? Zach? I'm trying. I can't see anything. Got it.
Alan, you deleted the floor. Is that already gone? What is with you in the bananas? Alan, I need a weapon. Okay, hang on. There! Alan's one of the things in your PNGs. Okay, try this. Alan, I need something quick. Right up. Take this. Didn't see that coming, did you? Alan, you have to put the internet. The only way to stop him. No. Let us stop doing that. You don't have a choice. I'm not sacrificing AI, Alan. You're the best lost son in the backyard I've ever had. You're a good friend. You won't have to. You what? So, I'm not worried about AI taking over my job. Zach? Don't forget to subscribe.
That was so my time.